Alright boys, today we have got Muhammad Hussein. He says, what shall I eat? Brown Muslim guy living at home. I'm living at home with my family and I have been eating my mum's food since forever. However, since watching your videos on seed oils and doing my own research, I want to stop eating my mum's food. My mum makes food from India and Pakistan and it is made with vegetable oil. I do eat meat, but I don't want to eat seed oils, but I don't know how to cook. My mom won't even let me make anything because she thinks I will mess everything up and also make a mess. My aim is to have a better and more muscular physique, but right now I want to find a way around eating seed oils and possibly have even more protein in my diet. Please help another brown brother. All right, Muhammad Hussein, this is something, this topic of living at home and eating my mom's food and seed oils is something which I relate to and resonate with completely. And to be fair, most brown guys, if they end up watching this video, they will probably relate to this as well. And one thing, Muhammad Hussein, that I want to tell you is it's possible to still eat your mom's food and become lose fat, become healthier and muscular as well, because I did it. I've done it twice. Although I stopped completely relying on my mom's food for the amount of protein that I needed to get in. I also started to have protein pancakes or a protein shake middle of the day around 5 p.m. just so I can get extra grams of protein in, because with my meals I wasn't really getting in enough, and for most people they won't really get in enough. So that is something which you need to experiment with. If you want my protein pancake recipe, you basically would have got it to your DM when you joined my program anyway. So I might join my free school community anyway. But with your mom, it can be, I wouldn't say difficult, but you have to persuade your mom. You have to ask her to basically make your food in ghee, because Asian cultural food, Indian food, Pakistani food, you can 100% make it with ghee, and that's how it was made. Not recently, but before, back in the day, probably in India, Pakistan. I'm not really sure if they still make it. I doubt they make it with ghee anymore, but it is very, very possible to make cultural food with ghee. And ask your mom if she can make the switch to ghee from vegetable. It will be a little bit more expensive because seed oils, vegetable oil, sunflower oil, all of that, it's very, very cheap. It's one of the reasons why seed oils are used in restaurants, in basically any place that you go to right now, and even things which you eat, they will have seed oil in it, simply because seed oils are very, very cheap. They're easy to manufacture and they're very unhealthy as well. So ask your mom if she can switch over to ghee. And try your hardest as well. But if, she says, no, because, it's inconvenient, we don't have ghee, we've got a storage of seed oils, of vegetable oil or whatever, of vegetable oil, which we need to run through before we can make the switch to ghee, then, you have to tread very, very carefully. Now, when I went through similar thing and my mom was cooking in seed oils, what I did was basically my mom would give me a bowl of, let's just say she'd give me a chicken, right, a cultural chicken dish, and what I would do is I would drain out all the soup and I would basically have dry chicken, because I didn't want to eat the seed oils, because it had a massive effect on my skin, on my physique, inflammation on my body. I just did not feel good with the seed oils, and before that I wasn't aware that it was a food I was eating. I always thought, my mom cooks food at home, and sometimes I would even watch her. But the thing is, I never really saw her put the oil in the pan. So then I came across something on Twitter about seed oils, and the tweet said, vegetable oil is a seed oil, sunflower oil, which is one of the main ones that they use in the UK, right? So after I figured this out, I started basically hating on seed oils and I started to blame it for my problems, and I was directing my problems in the right direction actually, because after I've stopped eating seed oils now, if I do end up eating seed oils, I have to go to an event or a function or whatever, and obviously they've made some kind of food, and I end up eating the seed oils, then when I go home or the next day or the next few days, I just won't feel right. I'll feel a bit itchy. I'll feel uncomfortable. I just will not feel good and normal. So ask your mom if you can if she can change to ghee. If she can't, then basically you do your own thing and sieve out the seed oils. Apologies boys, we got a bit interrupted there. As I was saying, for you, Muhammad, something which you can massively benefit from is learning how to cook a few meals. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like, don't try and cook like something which your mom would make, like a curry or like cultural dishes. Just make something simple. Get like chicken breasts, marinate it in something like lemon, and some herbs which your mom probably has, like paprika, cayenne pepper, salt, pepper. You could just find a bunch of recipes online anyway, but you marinate it in that and basically cook that. Have some potatoes or whatever, and if your mom has rice, then have chicken and rice, and that is something which will make a massive difference to your physique, how good you feel. And you can obviously cook it in ghee, you can cook it in butter, you can cook it in avocado oil, olive oil, whatever you prefer. And just having one meal a day which you make, or even a couple of meals a week which is not seed oil related, it'll make a massive difference to how you feel, your physique, your skin, your hormones. It'll make a massive difference. Yeah, and I completely understand the frustration, because when you learn about seed oils, when you learn about things which are actively causing you harm and affecting your physique, and it's something which you're like regularly consuming, like seed oils, you kind of have this like anger, and it's like, I can't believe I've been doing this for so long. I could have been so far ahead in my journey. And for me, one of the things that was for me was my training style, and of course my diet, because for a very long time I was kind of not training optimally. I would go to the gym. I'm not even talking about routine, I'm talking about training style. So I would go to the gym, I would do my workout, and I would basically just do the workout without mindfully doing it, without trying to go to failure, without trying to progress. But when you know something is like really affecting the amount of progress you could make, it's something which you want to resolve pretty much straight away. And this thing from you, Muhammad Hussein, it might take a bit of patience with you, with your mom, with your family, trying to get them on side with eating ghee and not eating seed oils. Just show them some research about how bad seed oils is, what it can do to you, what it will do to you, and how dangerous they are. And hopefully for you, brother, they'll come on your side. But if not, then you have to do something. You have to do something on your own, man. You can't just rely on your family. You have to take matters into your own hand. And if that means you have to make your own meals, then so be it, man. But at the beginning, still try and, not make things right, but try and basically get your parents on side, your mom on side, and hopefully you'll be all right. And you aim yourself muscular physique. You did say how many grams of protein you're eating, but if I were to give you a rough number, I would say aim for around 140 grams of protein a day. Actually, about 120 grams of protein to 140 grams of protein a day will make a difference to your physique. To be fair, I'm not really sure how many grams of protein you're eating, but if you're eating anything less than 120 grams, I would say aim for 120 grams and make sure you're still training in the right way, like you've seen in my program. But yeah, if any of you want a full framework on how to lose fat and how to gain muscle, especially as a brown guy with dedicated brown guy modules and content, then join my free school community. The only thing you have to do to basically get me to unlock the program for you is book an onboarding call with me. And the reason for that is a few guys have joined my course, my program, my community, and they basically said it is a bit overwhelming. So can I explain it to them? Can I go through the course with them and show them how to apply it? And that's literally what I offer from now on, simply because I don't want people to be confused. And yeah, if you want if you want to join the school, the program, then click on the first link in the description below